what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box?
You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Freehand is beating his net at the plate. Crawford is over there watching. Good see, sir. You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row.
News. We had a World Series. Did you watch much of the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, I'm not happy with the outcome, but I was happy with how competitive and exciting those games were. It's one of the better World Series I can remember in a while.
There's been debate. Like, I don't know if the whole series qualifies, but at least Game 7 may have been the greatest Game 7 in World Series history. I'm, of course, biased because I always say it was 2016, of course, extra innings, rain delay, speech. By Jason Hayward, and the Cubs killing a 108-year curse. So I don't know how those compare, but I also heard people talk about 1991. I remember watching that. I was 18, I guess. So, but I wasn't a huge baseball fan at that point. But that was one incredible series between the Braves and Twins. But I don't know. I had fun watching this. I was not really. We last show we gave Blue Jays fans some reason for hope why they might be able to compete. At least it didn't look like it was going to be a competitive series going in, but it certainly was. And honestly, the Blue Jays could have won that.
Yeah.
In Game 6, they could have won it in multiple ways. They were within inches of winning it in multiple ways in multiple games. So, in Game 6, where the ball gets lodged in the padding, that would have been a double or triple that would have tied the game most likely and potentially led to the winning run. Then in Game 7, the base running play, people are trying to call it a blunder, or the guy didn't get a big enough lead off of third base and got thrown out at home on the force play by inches. If he had had one step closer to home plate in his lead, he might have been in safe. But you don't want to get doubled off at that point. The third base coach told him exactly where to stand for his lead. So I think that's debatable and kind of armchair manager, Tuesday morning manager, whatever you could call it. Kind of looking at the results and parsing everything to your advantage, but. I think everyone was rooting for the Blue Jays outside of Orange County. 51 million people were watching Game 7 at one point between Japan, of course, Canada, and the United States. So we weren't alone. But I was happily entertained by that World Series.
Yeah, if every World Series were that entertaining, it would probably make we probably see a lot more viewership every year. But yeah, I mean, in the end, what happened? The team with the most talent won. I mean,
the most money
and the most money spent. Did they end up spending the most money, or the Mets spend the most money?
It was more than the Mets. I'm almost positive.
Okay, yeah. So
I saw something. They're paying more in luxury tax than most teams' full payroll. I mean, in penalties, they're paying that, and they just don't give a fuck because they're going to ruin baseball like they said they wanted to. So, congrats to the fucking Dodgers.
Congrats! Thank you for making the upcoming labor discussions even more complicated.
Yeah, that's going to be. I mean, it already is a huge theme. It's going to continue to be the theme, but. I just want to shout out to the Toronto fans. I have no affinity for the Blue Jays or whatever, but I just can't imagine being that close to winning the World Series on so many different moments that just all conspired and went against you. I mean, my Tiger fandom has put me through some painful World Series, but they weren't even close. I mean, Tigers have played 9 World Series games in the last 20 years and they won one of them. So that was one glorious start by Kenny Rogers at Comerica Park in Game 2 of the 2006 World Series. But, it was never like, oh, we're on the precipice of almost winning the goddamn whole thing. And the Blue Jays went at least 3 times. It may have been 4 or 5 where they thought they had just won the World Series and it had taken away from them. So brutal.
One guy poured beer all over my head. The guy said, how can you take that? I said, look, that man didn't do nothing. He poured some beer on my head. He's just showing he's a White Sox fan. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sparky, a million thanks for, as always, the most interesting interview. And now today, let's just have a lot of thrilling baseball and not so many fisticuffs.
Word Hole Media.